Okay, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is my third and final video for my computer technology project 2. Okay, so these are the contents that we're going to go through today. We'll start off with the recap of my project, which I'll talk about what I'm basically doing, the purpose of this video, what this video is for. I'm going to take a look at the flowchart that I've introduced in the previous two videos in order to see at which stage that we are at now. I'm going to talk about MATLAB image processing. I'm also going to talk about Swift, and I'm going to describe what the challenge is that I'm facing at the moment right now. And lastly, the design of the app. Okay, so let's start off with a recap of the project. So basically what I'm doing is I'm developing an iPhone app to help visually impaired people identify currency notes better, which in turn is actually aimed at helping them make their everyday lives better. So let's move to the purpose of this video, which is to explain the project, which is what I'm doing, from an engineer's perspective. So engineers meaning a builder's perspective or a programmer's perspective. So how the technical details are and how they're going to be, what I've planned to do in order to actually build the app. And I'll also be talking about the challenges, like I said, in the content page. Okay, so where are we now? Let's have a look at the flowchart that we have. The flowchart's pretty much the same as the previous two videos and the CTP1 that I've actually done. And where we are now is here. So most of the contents of the app, how the app's going to work, have been finalized, and now I'm in the process of building the app, adding other requirements which like for example MATLAB image processing, and of course I've bumped into some problems that I'm still in the process of solving it, and hopefully by the presentation we have a completed item. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about MATLAB image processing. So MATLAB image processing is used to extract the colors from an image, basically. Yeah, that's why it's called image processing. So why I was actually suggested to use this because as we know from my very first video from CTP1, every node, as far as at least in Australia, is represented by different colors. So we have, like, for example, a $50 note which is yellow in color and a $10 note which is blue. So that's one thing that's unique to the different types of notes that they have. So why take colors as a mode of identification? It's actually one of the easier ways because the color of the notes obviously covers the whole area of the note, basically. So it's all blue or all red or all yellow. So obviously the surface area is bigger than something else that's unique to the note, which would probably make it even easier for picking up what the color is. Then, for example, a number could be pretty small just at the side of the note. But yeah, like I said, the colors all over the paper note or plastic note, sorry, basically. So it makes it a lot more easier. Bit on Swift. Swift is obviously the programming language that is being used for iPhone applications, which makes use of Objective-C to write. And right now I'm making use of the program called Xcode, which is only available on iOS, unfortunately, to write the contents of the app. And yeah, okay, so yeah, that's fine. We have MATLAB image processing on one side and Swift on the other. So one of the challenges that I'm currently facing is having the image processing done and having the app written out in Xcode, I'm sorry, not Swift, is it's all right. I'm still getting onto it, but I've not finished it. But the challenge that we find here is how we're going to make the two of them work hand in hand. And this is where I am at the moment. So I have to make sure they work together. And on top of that, I need to make use of the many wonderful features on iOS that helps disabled people for using their phone basically. So yeah. And yep, we'll come to the last part of the design of the app. This is the rough plan of how I'm tackling the app. So I've the main purpose of the app is for visually impaired people. So we have to keep in mind that this has to be kept as simple as possible and not complicated at all. So um, tentatively, I've actually planned to have 5 classes for 5 pages. So I plan to have 5 pages. And for example, one of it is the start page, is when you open up the app. Uh, Something like an introduction page comes out. And as spoken in the discussions, there should be a help page. So I've decided to have one of those help page. And of course, the home page is basically the one that comes after the start page when your app is fully loaded. And maybe the other 2 classes, I'm not too entirely sure on what they're going to be at the moment, but they're roughly basically one that opens up the camera and another one that comes up while the app is actually processing the note that the person is holding. And I'm actually also considering to have more than 5 classes so that one class for each the different notes. So maybe it's a $20 note. It shows a unique page saying, yes, you got a $20 note, or a $50 note. Yes, you got a $50 note. So, but I'm not too sure on that yet. So if there is time, I'll probably put in a bit more. And so, yep, that's about it. That's what I'm doing right now. Hopefully everything goes well and I can finish it on time. That's all. And